on that when we come back on this special edition of Your Money. One of our great Chicago friends in this city is going to help you get a positive jobs plan to try and fix your job search so that it bears fruit in the new year. Brad Karsh is standing by. He's on the other side of this break. You're watching Your Money. We're coming right back. All right, you're watching a special edition of Your Money right here in Chicago. We're at the CME Group. That stands for Chicago Mercantile Exchange. This is the old floor of the Chicago Board of Trade. We just had a conversation about jobs. You know, you can tweet me at Ali Velshi. I know a lot of you are going to tweet me. You're not going to like a bit about what was said in the last segment, but our job is to tell you what people are saying. It's also to help you create a positive jobs program for yourself. We're going to do that right now. My great friend Christine Romans, one of her first jobs as a reporter, was right at the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, is with me. She's over in the next room in the agriculture pits, and she's got some information for you coming up on jobs. Christine?
Thanks, Ali. You're right. Corn Options are right behind me, and this is my old stomping ground. And I'll tell you something here in Chicago, the discussion about jobs and the discussion you just had about how much longer we can continue to give jobless benefits in this country. But the bottom line here is that people are trying to find jobs. People are looking for where there are jobs in the economy and how to get them. Brad Karsh is here with us, a very good friend of us in the show. Both of us have used him in our books, talking to people about how you can try to get a job. And this is so interesting this time of year, Ali. You talk about a jobs plan. This year, this holiday season is a little bit better than last year for job seekers. If you are newly unemployed, the numbers are pretty clear, right, Brad, that it's a little bit easier to get a job this year than last year. So what do you need to be doing? Tell our viewers, Brad Karsh, what you need to be doing to take advantage of this time of year to get a job.
Sure, and speaking of this time of year, I'm going to sort of holiday theme this. One tip that I have is don't be greedy this holiday season. And a lot of job seekers want to hold out for the perfect job. Now, if you've been out of job a week, a month, maybe you can hold out for some stuff. But if you've been long-term unemployed, you want to try and get a job, any job. And I'll see people saying, like, I was a director, they're only going to make me a manager. My advice is prove it on the job. Don't prove it in the interview. Just get in there. It's easier to have that discussion with someone in HR once you've been there 6 months as opposed to arguing about it before you start working.
And if you're going to have 5 million people potentially rolling off unemployment benefits, you can't afford to just wait too long for what you think is your old level, right?
Exactly. And that's what a lot of people are doing. I say just get in, do something. As long as you're not going to be miserable, get in somewhere.
How should you be using the holiday season maybe to find those connections and networks? Because we've talked a lot about networking as an important opportunity, keeping up your social media connections, but holiday parties, is it crass or is it very savvy to be making those connections?
Well, I think it's never a bad idea to network, and people definitely think or get worried that they're going to have to be a little too crass. People enjoy networking. They want to talk to friends. They want to hear what's going on, and they want to legitimately help you. So it's not a bad idea.
I know, but you can't go like right up under the mistletoe and say, hi, my name is Christina. I'd like a job, please, right now. I mean, how do you do that?
Exactly. What you do is you create a conversation, and you start talking about something. You don't walk up and say, I want a job. You walk up and say, hey, listen, I'd like to chat with you a little bit about what you're doing. What are you up to? What's going on? And what will happen is the conversation will evolve. What are you up to, Brad? Well, actually, now that you ask, I'm looking for something. Create a conversation, talk about anything, and the holidays are a great time to start.
Do you agree with me, Brad, that there are sort of 2 different categories here? There's the people who've been newly unemployed. There are people who are long-term unemployed. And some of the strategies need to be a little bit different if you've been out for 6 months or longer.
They are going to be very different if you're out 6 months or longer. Because, again, if you're newly unemployed, as you just said, it looks like there might be some openings now. It looks like there is more stuff going on. You can afford to be a little bit pickier. You can afford to not necessarily have to settle for any job. Long-term unemployed, you have to start getting something, and you have to be much more aggressive in that job search.
And, Ali, it's so interesting. Brad Karsh was saying that some of the energy industry, the trucking industry, there are CEOs telling him, me in commercial real estate and insurance, CEOs telling me too, they're either ready to hire or they're very, very close to hiring in the new year. So there you go.
Good. All right. Well, great advice. That is a positive job plan. Brad, good to see you.